Duel, guys?
Let's see.
Come on, if you're gonna repeat a scene we already saw at the end of the last episode, at least show Joey and Tristan getting jump scared. That was hilarious.
Yugi had us all dressed up like Duel monsters.
Neither Joey nor Tristan pitch in and reveal they had the same dream too. I get that it was a crazy experience, but if I heard someone reveal they had the exact same dream as me, I'd pitch in. Yu-Gi-Oh! Made sure not to show this duel because it was far more entertaining than what we watched in the previous episode.
Tips, you loser!
Boy, the transition from PaniK to Mai is so lazy. If you look in the background shot of the trees and sky, it's the exact same in both shots.
Check out her duelist's glove, not a starship left.
And I've also noticed that 3 of you don't even possess a dueling glove, so you guys must leave the island as well due to trespassing.
I've dealt with a lot of bullies. There's only one way to deal with them.
Next time I deal with a bully or a hater online, I'm challenging them to a duel. Thank you for the advice, Yugi.
You have to stand up to them.
So watch me stand up to PaniK by letting the Pharaoh fight this battle for me while I do absolutely nothing.
Yugi must be my lucky day.
Oddly enough, this turns out not to be PaniK's lucky day because he loses this duel, gets sent to the Shadow Realm, and also it's night.
Pegasus has promised a generous bounty.
So why hasn't every Eliminator tried to track down and duel Yugi by now if Pegasus placed a massive bounty on his head? Wouldn't he be the first guy they'd try to eliminate?
And strong-arming them into dueling.
This conversation is so intense that we're going to slowly transition from PaniK to the Pharaoh, getting a little dizzy here.
Much more.
This honestly should not be legal, but we're in the anime world where the answer to all our problems are card games instead of law enforcement. Seriously though, how has Pegasus not gotten sued for hiring someone to potentially fry duelists to a crisp?
Come on, let's get you down from there.
One problem, the Pharaoh was literally cuffed to the platform. How can he possibly get down? And how would Joe even climb up the podium before PaniK activates the flamethrowers again?
He's extra fortified.
I know that field power bonuses are the result of a percentage increase, but it definitely feels weird to see attack and defense points with any number that isn't a 0 at the end, and judging by the amount increased, this means only 23.9% of the field is in the dark. What kind of math is this? PaniK's monsters get a near 24% increase of points due to 24% of the field covered in darkness, but in this shot, it's literally over half the entire field, so why doesn't he get a 60% increase? And why am I doing math equations on a Sins video? What purpose on this type of video concept do numbers have? Crazy, right?
This is exactly how he threw me off my game!
Now you tell us?
Well, Mai would tell you, but it would cause a spoiler alert on what's to come, and we can't do that on a TV show.
I can't see what monster he played.
Luckily we did. It was a fusion monster that PaniK illegally played without combining 2 or more monsters together. Maybe he plays in the dark so that nobody could see him cheating. Well, guess what? I noticed it, and I activate my trap card known as Exposure. It automatically adds 2 sins to the counter when a mistake such as a fusion monster is played improperly.
But what if I attack the darkness itself?
That would do absolutely nothing. It's like attacking the mist when it's foggy outside. Does Yugi think he can just attack the dark and it would be gone entirely? That is not how attacks work. You can't just attack some random part of the field and nothing happens. You either target a monster or attack directly, and the latter doesn't even exist yet. And even in the dark, monsters can still be targeted. This split screen doesn't realize all we can see is the Pharaoh's mouth while we see every bit of PaniK's face.
Bullying so much more fun when you resist.
Actually, from my experience, bullies tend to stop when their victims resist or fight back. Once they lose their imaginary power of dominance, they're just feeble little shits condemned to a sad life and... Sorry, the subject of bullying always does this to me. You get what I mean.
Yugi, look out!
If there's anything this series got wrong, it's the characters sounding like they care. Here Taya tells the Pharaoh to look out because PaniK is literally about to set him on fire, but she sounds more annoyed than she does concerned for his well-being.
You're going down in 5 turns.
The Pharaoh claims that PaniK is done for in 5 turns, as that will be when he plays the Swords of Revealing Light. While this strategy does end up working out, it isn't a risk worth taking. You never know if PaniK might reveal something like card destruction, sending all cards in both players' hands to the graveyard. Then the plan to reveal the light would be screwed. I'm guessing the darkness surrounding the field has a limited time frame before it starts to fade away. If PaniK is this visible to us, then the Pharaoh should easily be able to see him and his monsters on the field as well. And yet, he doesn't.
Is that supposed to scare me?
No, but it should concern you about your cards, since being surrounded by excessive heat can cause the paper to be damaged even without being touched by the flames.
Silence.
Whoops, PaniK placed his hand over his dueling deck of cards. That means he automatically concedes the duel to the Pharaoh. He should consider himself lucky he's surrounded by the darkness because he would have been screwed. So, did the animators just forget that PaniK's side of the field is covered in darkness and shadows? Because there is absolutely no darkness to be seen here and somehow still no monsters inside despite the exposure.
What? It's veering away!
That's exactly what I said. Since when the hell did the spellbinding circle have the ability to activate a tractor beam on any opposing attack?
Even PaniK's cards are revealed.
How the hell can you see that? Matter of fact, how did Taya even know that PaniK's cards disappeared from the Pharaoh's vision in the first place, much less reappeared during this precise moment? The screens are not visible to any spectators watching from 20 feet below this stadium.
I hate to say it, Yugi really doesn't stand a chance.
You've been saying that throughout this entire duel, Mai. Why are you only now hating to say it?
Winning through intimidation.
Roll credits.
Drawn a chaos shield! Oh no!
I knew you would use Chaos Shield.
You did not. Don't even try to say that you did. When PaniK revealed his Chaos Shield magic card, you were shocked at its existence and even doubted yourself in your head. Now all of a sudden you knew this would happen the whole time?
Yugi, he's dangerous. You've just gotta stop stirring him up.
That is, without a doubt, the worst piece of advice to give the Pharaoh when he's continuing to remain confident while PaniK is the one, well, panicking.
We'll know in 2 turns. Can you last?
This is definitely a chaotic duel because the Pharaoh absolutely annihilates PaniK both in the game and in his head. PaniK threatens to roast the Pharaoh throughout the duel, while the Pharaoh does nothing but roast him. It's so entertaining to see bullies get their comeuppance.
My monsters will be free to attack him all at once!
That is not how attacking works. Only one monster gets to destroy another at a time unless PaniK also has a special magic card that allows him to attack all at once.
Putting up defenses. You're showing how weak you are.
Says the guy who put practically every monster on the field in defense mode throughout the first half of this duel. Just saying, protecting one's life points from being depleted isn't a sign of weakness, it's one of the points of the game's existence.
Who said anything about attacking your monster? What I'm attacking is the castle.
The Pharaoh says that as if the Castle of Dark Illusions is not a monster card, when it clearly is one. Why does the Pharaoh look like all hope is lost? His plan was to destroy the flotation ring on the Castle of Dark Illusions, which will then cause the castle to collapse on PaniK's monsters next turn when the Swords of Reveal and Light are gone. Everything succeeded, so why the look of hopelessness? Although this doesn't make any sense because the Swords of Reveal and Light only stop monsters from attacking for 3 turns, not keep flying monsters afloat in the air. If the flotation ring was destroyed, even with the swords, the castle should have come down immediately.
The Chaos Shield is keeping them from running anywhere.
The end of the duel, aside from the BS of a magic card, somehow keeping a suspended castle afloat in the air, was magnificent. PaniK trapped his own monsters within the Chaos Shield, causing all of them to be destroyed and him to lose the entire duel. What an ending.
PaniK's having a panic attack.
Oh, come on, we were just having a great moment. How many more episodes of this show do I have left? Oh god, there's 4 more seasons! Apparently, the fire can activate at full blast simply by destroying the button. I'm sorry, but if the fire is literally 100 feet in the air, spinning like a tornado, everyone involved should be burned to a crisp as a result of the massive heat. Matter of fact, this entire area should be burned to a crisp due to the rising flames.
You survived!
You somehow survived too, considering both of you are literally inside the fire tornado.
Oblivion!
This is the 3rd time in the series that we've seen the Pharaoh send someone to the Shadow Realm. I honestly wonder why he didn't just do that to Chemo in the prior episodes when they tried to rescue Mokuba, if it was that easy.
Yugi, you were incredible.
And this entire area is somehow still intact after it literally got surrounded by giant flames that would have burned down an entire forest within seconds.
Your Millennium Puzzle has more power than we thought.
You did not see that, as the Pharaoh was surrounded by flames when he sent PaniK to the Shadow Realm.
You think me losing all my star chips is funny?
Mai refuses to take the star chips when they're offered back to her, but only agrees to take them because Joey Wheeler has the chance to enter the Duelist Kingdom Finals by taking them. She first spoke with Honor, and then decided nah.